flock is going on, and welcome back to the FPL Today channel, where we are here to discuss 3 of the games from Game Week 1 Saturday fixtures. Now, I could discuss them all, but that's a lot of games and I want to keep these short, sweet and snappy. So we're going to discuss Fulham versus Liverpool, Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest and Spurs versus Southampton, starting off with Fulham versus Liverpool. And let's be honest, unless you're some sort of fortune teller, I believe we all thought Liverpool were going to walk away with this one, but instead the end result was 2 goals apiece, with Mitrovic, who, let's be fair, has promised to be a great asset before and hasn't always delivered, has absolutely smashed it in Game Week 1 with 2 goals, with Tete getting the assist for Fulham, the second goal for Mitrovic coming from him winning a penalty for himself. And to be honest, Liverpool were in some trouble until Darwin Núñez pretty much came on and saved the game for them. Yes, Salah got a goal and an assist, but Darwin Núñez with a goal and assist as well probably was the player that made the difference and got Liverpool at least a point. But let's be fair, I don't think any of us saw this coming, but Mitrovic did look pretty good with that header at the back post, although it was Trent that he was beaten to that header, and then the penalty was put away quite well. And Darwin did look good with what he managed to do in getting those 2 goals, and Salah benefiting off of the assist off of Darwin, which probably wasn't done on purpose, but either way, Salah getting the points, important for all of us who captained him. Although so many people captained him, it probably didn't make that much of a difference to your game week. For those of you with Liverpool defenders or Luis Diaz did come very close to scoring, smashing the ball against the far post with a chance that he had. Jordan Henderson hit the crossbar, and Robertson could have got an assist if Firmino or Luis Diaz had got on the end of one of his balls across the box, which he literally zipped across there. It could have been a different game, but 2-2 seemed to be a fair result to me from what I have seen. And of course, I'll be watching more Match of the Day later to get more insight on that game. But 2-2 seems a fair result. I wouldn't get too excited about Mitrovic just yet, but Darwin Núñez definitely looks the real deal. Again, it was against Fulham's defence though, and it is only Game Week 1. Next up, we have Spurs versus Southampton, and this game started with Southampton taking the lead with a Ward-Prowse volley, which was well executed and defeated Lloris at the far post. I think Ward-Prowse is always a little bit underestimated and not really appreciated as an asset, because he does always tick along with some decent returns at his price range. However, the real talking point is Kulusevski. I talked a lot over pre-season about who the best £8 million midfielder was to own. I ended up going into Game Week 1 with none of them. Yes, I know I tried to transfer in Saka. If you follow me on Twitter, I thought I had transferred in Saka. Apparently I still have Martinelli. That worked out for me. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. But Kulusevski could turn out to be the best Game Week 1 option out of those £8 million midfielders, which is annoying because I did rate him and recommend him at the very beginning of pre-season. And then I've kind of forgotten about him ever since, because I've been so focused on Son or Kane. I went Kane. Of course, Son is the one that got the assist and actually got some returns. Kane getting a blank, although he did come close to scoring. But Kulusevski really looked like a very important player for Spurs and could be very undervalued at 8 million, even though he has seen the price rise from last season. The fact that Sessegnon and Emerson Royal were also involved in the points, Emerson Royal getting 2 assists and Sessegnon getting 1 goal, gives a lot of promise if we can get a nailed on wing back in that Conte Spurs system. If it's Ivan Perisic, I think he could be an important player to own this season, and I'm really considering how I'm going to get him into my side if he does nail down that left wing back slot. As for the right wing back slot, I'd imagine Doherty does claim it, but Emerson Royal or Doherty could also be a very viable option. But I just think if Perisic is the first choice left wing back for Spurs, he might be a must own potentially. And then finally we get on to Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest, and yes, I could have spoken about Leeds against Wolves and Rodrigo. I could have spoken about Bournemouth and their upset of Villa. Really disappointing for me because I kind of went heavy on Villa and they've really let me down. So that's not the best start to my FPL season. And I could go on about Everton versus Chelsea. Chilwell proving to be a very good asset, but Reece James also getting the bonus points and that clean sheet. So both looking good options there. And Cucurella apparently played as well, which will be interesting to see on Match of the Day. But we're discussing Newcastle, and yes, they were against Forest, but Callum Wilson could be a very important player this season in a Newcastle side that could see a little bit more success than we're used to seeing them see. Wilson has been proven in the Premier League to be a capable goal scorer, and I think the fact that they maybe haven't got anyone else in yet and might not before the end of the transfer window, Callum Wilson could be a huge player. He managed to get on the end of a ball into the box with a flick of his right foot on the outside of it and score a goal. But Fabian Schär, what a cracker of a goal by him. Clean sheet, and that goal means Schär absolutely smashed it in game week 1. And to be honest, Newcastle could potentially be a cheap way for some clean sheets this season. And with players like Schär being able to score like that, and Trippier, of course, and Target also potentially offering some attacking wing-back routes into that Newcastle defence, I think Newcastle could be somewhere where we should be looking when they have good fixtures to take advantage. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. So if you have enjoyed it, please do hit that like button, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Hopefully I'll get this done for Sunday as well, but of course we will be doing my team update and team selection for game week 2. So stay tuned to the channel, hit that notification button if you want updates and alerts when my videos go live. I've been JNO, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.